What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be doing another NBA 2K21 MyTEAM tier list. This is going to be the last of our position tier list for the year, lads. It is going to be the last for the year. So again, big thank you guys for all the support from since September, honestly, on these. Like absolutely crazy. And yeah, there's going to be probably best players, best budget players tier list next weekend, and that's probably it. That is probably going to be it for tier list this year. And I do say that, but like I'll probably make a tier list on like day 3 of 2K22. So yeah, whatever. Now let's go and make the list. So first up, we got Alonzo Mourning. I mean, he's fine, isn't he? Like, he's just, like, objectively okay. So he's going to go C tier. We've got Alonzo here. He might go lower, but he's fine. Alvin Adams is not as good as Alonzo Mourning. Alvin Adams is good, though. Like, he can curry. He shoots. He's a little bit like a better Draymond Green. And I know it might seem kind of weird, but like, yeah, he is basically just a better version of the Draymond Green card. So a lot of people might be saying, "Oh, he's definitely better than a Draymond, or he's definitely not as good as Draymond." But for me, he just plays like a better version of him. So we have got him in right there. So next we have got Anthony Davis. At this stage of the game, AD is E tier. That is the unfortunate truth of it all, is that at this stage of the game, Anthony Davis is down here in E tier. But I mean, Anthony Davis had his time. He really did have his time. He's one of the most iconic players in all of MyTEAM, for the reason that, well, he's just freaking Anthony Davis. He was the best for 250. This AD, I don't know why I don't have... Is Invincible AD a power forward? Maybe Invincible ADs, maybe the other ADs are power forwards. I don't know. I'm going to put this AD in B tier. Unless I got the positions wrong. I think all the ADs are going to go B tier, with the Invincible one being slightly better than Space Jam, one who's slightly better than this AD, who is slightly worse than the Anthony Davis card that is what you call it, slightly worse than the Team USA Anthony Davis card. So yeah, a bit of an interesting one there. But anyway, now let's go and get on to the next player. The next player is Arvydas Sabonis. Sabonis is gonna go B tier. He's just that little bit short, and that's the only problem with Arvydas Sabonis. Like, it's tough. It's tough to put him in a tier higher, but I do like Sabonis. I think Sabonis is absolutely fantastic. He's one of those super underrated players in this game. And then we have got Bam Adebayo. Bam's going C tier. He's as good as Mourning. He's released a little bit iffy, but he's an all-around solid player. So he's going right in here into C tier. This Ben Simmons, I'm gonna go B tier. I know I might get quite a bit of hate for that. I don't care. For me, Ben Simmons is just a god. I think Ben Simmons is one of the better players in all of MyTEAM. I think that he definitely belongs. He belongs somewhere anyway. He belongs somewhere anyway in the old squad. Or sorry, in the high on the list. But if you can agree with him, the like odds doesn't matter. He's unbelievable. And we got Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace is going into A tier. I like Ben Wallace. I think his jump shot is incredible. He's a really good shooter as well. The only problem with Ben Wallace is he's just a little bit undersized. He is a tiny bit undersized. I know a lot of people are not fans of this card and don't like his release. I really like his release. So I guess that's probably a just me situation where a lot of people, I'm higher on this card than most people, but I don't really care. I think Ben Wallace he's like a slightly downgraded version of the Bill Russell card. I think that A tier is where he belongs. And we got Lambier. Lambier is going into E tier. Come on, Lambier does have a special place in my heart. He really does. Bill Lambier had his time, that's all I'm going to say. There was a time where Bill Lambier was the best. The time where Bill Lambier in NBA 2K21 was the best. He was just one of the best cards in the game, period. But this Bill Lambier sucks. No amount of stick shooting can make this Lambier a usable card. That's all I'm going to say. There is no amount of stick shooting that can make him usable. And Bill Russell's going S tier. Bill Russell is most definitely going into S tier. Because, well, why not? Why not? He's one of the best shooters in the game. He's one of the best rebounders in the game. He's one of the best defenders in the game. There's no negatives with this card. There really are no negatives with this card. For me, S. He's just a little bit short compared to the giants of the game. Bill Walton. Bill Walton's like maybe a slightly better version of Alvin Adams. That's probably the best way I can describe him. Slightly better version of Adams. Okay, then we have got Bob McAdoo. Bob McAdoo's going C tier, a little bit undersized. He's chicken though. He's got base 5, which is one of my favorite releases in the game. Bob McAdoo, just a really, really good player. Brook Lopez. Lopez is going to go into... I don't know why I'm going A tier. I'm going to go C tier with Lopez. He can move. He really can move. Is not a perfect card by any means, but he can move. So I'm going to go and put him in to that tier. Okay, then we have got Chandler Parsons. Chandler Parsons is going to go into A or B, C, D. I'll go D. He sucks on current gen. You can't really play him center, obviously, because he's, well, a point guard. But at the end of the day, he isn't that bad if you're on next gen. He just very much sucks if you're on current gen. Okay, so we're 8 minutes in. I want to throw guys in the worth list here. Okay. Who's worse than Bill Lambier and Anthony Davis? I mean... This is a tough one. I mean, Parrish kind of sucks. Parrish kind of sucks, but is he as bad as Bill Lambier? I think he is. I like Bill Lambier more than most people. I'm going to bring Bill Lambier down, though. Yusuf Nurkic, just for what he represents, he's going to worthless tier. I mean, he is kind of worthless in game, but there are a lot of worse players than Yusuf Nurkic. But just for what Yusuf Nurkic represents in my team, I can't in good conscience not put Yusuf Nurkic anywhere except worthless tier. He just represents everything that's wrong with my team. He represents everything that is wrong with the game of my team, and he was just a copy and paste card. He was there for game of rigged. Oh, I'm telling you. I am telling you, lads. He'll be iconic for how bad he is if you're looking back on this in a year time. Okay, then we have got Channing Frye. Channing Frye is like E tier. He's not great. Charles Oakley, E tier as well. He's not great either. Then we have got Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh is going to go into... I'll go C tier with Bosh. But if you wanted to argue that Chris Bosh should be a little bit higher, I'm good with that. I'm completely good if you think that Chris Bosh should be a tier higher than this. Because Chris Bosh is actually pretty damn good. He is pretty good. Chris Boucher. Chris Boucher is going C tier, and I know there are legitimately people that think Chris Boucher is a top tier card. And like any of these guys in C or B tier are usable. I might move Chris Boucher up one. I'm gonna move Chris Boucher up one. I think that's where he belongs, because again, the only problem with Chris Boucher is that he's a little bit small build and he's a little bit short. Other than that though, he's a really, really great player. So, yeah, then we have got Christian Leitner. We're going to put Leitner a tier lower. 2 tiers lower. Leitner's fine. He's unspectacular. He's objectively fine. So that's where Christian Leitner is going. So, then we have got Clint Capella. Clint Capella is going to go into E tier. He has a duo which makes him a decent shooter. Problem with that duo is that, again, the problem with the duo is that you need to use Trae Young. Then we've got Granger. I mean, you can't really use him as center, but Granger's not bad. I don't think Granger is bad at all, so let's chuck him in at C tier. And we got Dave Counts. At this stage of the game, I guess Dave Counts better than Alvin Adams. I don't know. I think that's a question for another day, but I do think that it's a close one there. David Robinson, A tier. D-Rob, you can argue him an S. You really can't argue him an S. I think there are a few. There are a couple of guys that the centers I think are better. And I do think Bill Russell's better than D-Rob. I very much think Bill Russell is better than David Robinson. So that is it for me. So yeah, then we have got DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton's gonna go into, I'm gonna go C and B for Ayton. I'm gonna go C and B for Ayton. I think that they are two really solid players. I think that the Dark Matter is quite a bit better than the Opal, but I do think both of these guys are good. DeAndre Jordan, at this stage of the game, DeAndre Jordan's, he's quite low. He is quite low, but I mean, he was great for his time. Really was great for his time. Okay, and we got Buggy. I mean, Buggy's just not very good in 2K, is he? This year. Like, he's a better card that also plays point guard. But still, Buggy's E tier. Dikembe Mutombo. A. A for Dikembe Mutombo. He might be B. I'm going to A for now, but Dikembe's really good. And I might have to bring a couple of guys down tiers. But Dikembe was one of the best for his time. He really was one of the best for his time. So, yeah, let's put him in A tier. So, then we have got Dino Raja. Dino is well and truly B tier. That's where he belongs. It's a pity because we got some great Dino was iconic in NBA 2K20. And he has all the good SIGs as well. He just doesn't come with Showtime. He's a lot of flaws. He really does have a lot of flaws. So that is not the greatest thing in the world for Dino Raja. Okay, so then we have got, after Dino Raja, we got Dirk Nowitzki. At this stage of the game, Dirk's E tier. But again, he was like the best center in the game when he came out. Which is crazy. He was like legitimately the best center in the game for quite a while, honestly. But nah, it's just like it's been months later. He's just not it anymore. He's really not it. The Mantis Sabonis. I don't mind this Sabonis card. He's not great though, is he? Like, he's not the worst card in the world. Like, he is really not the worst card in the world. But at the same time, he's not bad, is he? He's really not bad. So I'm gonna go C tier for him. And yeah, that's what he's gonna say. Dwight, I mean, Dwight's gonna go B. I'm gonna bring this AD down. Yeah, I'm gonna bring this AD down. The other Invincible AD and Space Jam AD will be in B tier though. Dwight's only okay. Eddie freaking Curry, B tier. Eddie Curry's really good. Again, a good shooter. Really good movement. He's a wide player build. Better on current gen. Base 38's a really good release. So he's going in here. I think that's, again, I do think that is a fair old spot for him. Down there in B tier. Next, we have got Evan Mobley. Mobley is one that could potentially end up in A or in S. Evan Mobley's a really, really good player. His jump shot's good. Everything with Evan Mobley's good. This Evan Mobley, though, he sucks. Getting the worthless. Mikan, I mean, I got Mikan. Was not the worst player in the world for, especially for when he came out, but I mean, I think this is a fair spot to put him. I think this is a fair spot to put George Mikan right here into E tier. Nah, actually, Mikan, you go C tier or D tier. I'm putting this Giannis in B tier. I don't think he's that bad. I've used him a few times recently. He is surprisingly good. He is definitely surprisingly good. So, yeah. Then we have got Greg Oden. Oden's gonna go D tier. Screw it. If Oden's D tier, Alonzo Mourning's D tier as well. Yeah, let's stick with that. Hakeem. You know, B tier for both the Hakeems. Hakeem's good. It's just they're better players. Like, they're just better players than Hakeem Olajuwon. But he's no doubt about it a really good card. Like, shoots the ball pretty well. Big player build. A lot of good things going for him. Does have a couple of bad things, though. So, for that reason, like, he's B tier, but he's not... I can't put him lower. We're going to go for Wiseman's S and A. I'm a huge fan of the Opa Wiseman. I don't think there's much of a difference between the Wisemans. I really do think that the wise men right there are very, very similar in terms of standard. So I'm going to stick with A and B, or S and A, sorry. I think that the Wiseman Dark Matter is one of the best players, period, in the game. Curry-based big guy, and I think on next gen especially, these guys feel very similar. They feel very, very similar. So that's what I am going with. Okay, so then we have got Jared Allen. Jared Allen's going to go B tier. Jared Allen's not bad. He's like the Moses Malone card, but slightly worse. He's got that same release as Moses Malone. He's not bad at all. Especially, he's just underrated. This Joel Embiid, C tier. He's just a little bit outclassed now, but he was great. He really was great for his time. Okay, so now we have got this Joel Embiid. A tier, but I mean, if you want to put him in S, I'm not gonna complain. If you want to put that guy in S tier, I will not complain at all. Okay. So then we have got Jonas Valanciunas, D tier. Julius Randle, Dark Matter, D tier as well. Kareem, C. This Kareem is not a good enough shooter for me to put him above C tier. To be honest, yeah, he's I can't put the guy above C tier. But I mean, he's not bad. He's not bad at all. So, yeah, now we have got this other Kareem. This Kareem is going to go into A with Goat Reem in S. Like, I think rate both the Kareems. If you're on current gen, Invincible Kareem is as good as Goat Kareem. Like, Goat Kareem is quite a bit better next gen. Like, Goat Kareem's going to be like the last player in my squad. I sniped a new point guard. Like, when I'm making my endgame squad, Goat Kareem's going to be in the center instead of he's probably going to be a power forward, honestly. I'm going to have him in a power forward, maybe above James Wiseman. But, yeah, he's S. Then we got Cat. I mean, Cat's release kind of puts him in C, D tier. C. I'll move Sabonis down one. His release really puts him in C tier. Karl Malone. This Karl Malone, D tier. He's kind of fine. Kevin Durant. I'm actually going to put Kevin Durant in C tier. Would I ever use him at center? No. Would I advise anyone really to use him at center? Not really. But, I think C tier is a pretty decent spot for him. Then we got Kevin Love. I'm going to put Kevin Love in D tier. I kind of struggle to get his release off, but he's a decent enough card. Kevin McHale. Kevin McHale's B tier because he's got the like Dino length, but only comes with gold range extender, which is kind of killer. Like they could have made him just the equivalent of what Dark Matter Dino was, but he's just similar level to Dino. It's a preference thing with him and Dino, but yeah, they're both B tier. Kristaps AS. Is there much of a difference between the two Porzingis cards? Not at all. There really is not much of a difference at all between Kristaps Invincible and Kristaps Dark Matter. But, I mean, if I'm only going to put... I'm not going to put both of them in S tier. So, I'm just going to give the Kristaps Dark Matter or Kristaps Invincible the advantage. But they're very, very similar cards. Another player I forgot is Bol Bol. I keep forgetting Bol Bol because he's 95 overall Pink Diamond. Because it's really hard to... Most of the time when I'm like sorting these players, I look for like the top few players in every tier that isn't like Dark Matter because I'm like, oh yeah, the rest of the guys are just really old cards, but I keep forgetting he's a 95 overall. Bol Bol will be an A tier. No doubt about it, Bol Bol will be an A tier. LaMarcus Aldridge, he kind of sucks. He kind of sucks, but he's not quite E tier. He's going D tier. I don't like him, but he's not horrific. Larry Nance, he's okay. I'm tempted. He's better than Embiid. I'm going to move Embiid down. But I'm putting Larry Nance in C tier. Marc Gasol. Marc Gasol is going wherever Hakeem Olajuwon is. And anyone who wants to say, oh, he's nowhere near as good as Hakeem, just watch my 2021 Lakers video where I'm playing against a dude with Taco, Yao Ming, and Sim Vular, as well as he's just clamping me with other players, and Marc Gasol does everything by himself. He is quality. He's basically Hakeem. He's a slightly worse upper with the same base as Hakeem. He's basically just the Spotlight Sim Hakeem. Okay, then we have got Mark Eaton. Mark Eaton's really bad. I'm sorry, he's really bad. And I'm shocked at how bad he is, but he's really bad. Marvin Bagley's good. Marvin Bagley, I'm not putting him in B tier. But I do like Marvin Bagley more than I like most of these guys in the higher tiers. So for me, Marvin Bagley, I think putting him in C tier might be the most fair spot. Because, yeah, he's one of the best for his tier. He really is. So then we are going after Marvin Bagley. We're going to go to Yao Ming. Yao Ming, obviously S tier. Yao Ming is God in 2K. He really is. Like, Yao Ming is always incredible in NBA 2K. So for me, Yao Ming is going to go right here into S tier. He's one of the best bigs in the game. You can argue he's the best big. Mitchell Robinson, he was bad. He was bad. I think I'm going to go worthless. I'm going to go A tier for Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba's like a better version of like Dino. He's like a better version of Dino, a better version of Kevin McHale. He's still got that ultra good length. There's a lot of good things about Mo Bamba. And again, this is another one of the Mo Bamba cards that are in fact as good as the song. Speaking of the song Mo Bamba, I still can't believe Sheck Wes made an entire promo pretending that he was trying to be drafted. He knows how to sell He knows how to sell. He really knows how to sell stuff. Okay, then we have got Moses Brown. Moses Brown is alright. Screw. I'm gonna go Moses Brown D tier. He's like a better version of. Do you remember the Jackson Hayes card that came out a while ago? He's basically a modern version of that Jackson Hayes card. So we're gonna go and put him into that tier right there. Okay, so then we have got Moses Malone. If I got Bill in S tier, I'm putting Moses Malone in A tier. Screw it. I'm going to move Bill down one. I'm going to move Bill into A tier. He's not quite S tier. I think I might move Kareem up. I really do like Bill. So, yeah, that's what we've got so far. Then we got Nate Thurmond. Thurmond's going to go D tier. I really don't rate him at all. Nick Batum. Give me B tier for Nick Batum. God tier point guard. Not great at center, but God tier point guard. Then we go B tier. Going into B tier as well is Nikola Jokic. You know what? I'll give... I don't know. Like, you might say, oh, he's an invincible. He's a 7-foot tall point guard. But, like, he's not very good at point guard. That's the problem. Is that it doesn't matter that he's a 7-foot tall point guard. He's not very good. Simply put, he's not good at that position. He's alright on current gen, don't get me wrong. But I mean, if you're looking for a top 6 or 7 point guard in the game, he's not it. Vucevic is going to go into D tier. I don't rate him. Ewing, C tier. Low C tier. I guess for Ewing, I mean, he can curry and he's a big man. So let's go low C tier for Ewing. Nah, Ewing's not great. This Ewing, I mean, it's basically the same card. Pau Gasol, D tier. Maybe E tier. Ralph Sampson. Ralph Sampson's good. Ralph Sampson's going like C tier. At this stage in my team, Ralph Sampson's going to go C tier. But I mean, he was really good for his time. Like, you could definitely argue him as being better than that Kareem. And he was a 7th. He was like the first like giant that could curry slide. Like, I actually thought that Invincible Ralph Sampson was going to be the best card in the game. Because again, we did not expect Invincible Sean Bradley to come out. And we did not expect freaking Sim Vular. Well, not Invincible Sean Bradley. We did not expect Galaxy Opal Sean Bradley to come out. And we definitely did not expect to see the Sim Vular basically God card. Because that Sim Vular card was just... He was just something else. But, yeah, C tier for Samson. Reggie Theus, I mean, he's 6'7". I actually think Reggie Theus is worthless. He's not even good at point. He wouldn't even be good if he was a point guard. I'm actually putting him in worthless. I don't care. Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is good. He is good. Rudy's going to go C tier. Like, Rudy can shoot. His defense is really good. He's got that ultra long wingspan. Like, there's no flaws really in this Rudy Gobert card other than the fact that he's maybe not the greatest at creating his own shot. And by that, I mean, I don't think he really can do it at all. But, like, he's not bad. And, Rudy Gobert offensively maybe can play a little bit like he did in the Olympics. He balled out for a while. This Shaq, B tier and A tier for Shaqs. I'll go B tier and A tier for Shaqs. And I think that quick and shifty is the difference there. Quick / shifty is the real difference there between the Shaqs. They can both shoot. Oh, actually, sorry. You've got Gallo base on Shaq as well. I keep forgetting. Which is so much better than Shaq base. But yeah, Gallo Shaq get into A tier. And the reason why Gallo Shaq is in A tier is because Sean Bradley is going into S tier. Is Sean Bradley better than Shaq on current gen? No. Is Sean Bradley arguably the best center in the game on next gen? Yes. Which is why Sean Bradley is coming in. Again, if you guys know how OP tall point guards are on next gen, you'll know why Sean Bradley's there. Sim Vular, get into S tier as well. This Taco Fall, get into D tier. And this Taco Fall, get into S tier. Like, we have got, this is land of the giants right now in S tier, lads. Taco freaking Fall. Taco's the best of them, by the way. It goes Taco, for me, it goes Taco, Sim Vular. And then Yao and Bradley, depends on gens. If you are current gen, Yao's better. If you're next gen, Bradley's better. But Taco's, I think Sim might be. Sim and Taco is like really close. And so is Yao versus Bradley. I think they're the closest. But I think there are like 1A, 1B, and then like 3A, 3B. I think Taco and Sim are a step above. Taco and Sim are so good. They are so good. Sim is one of the best players in this game. I'm just still in shock at how good Sim Vular is. But then again, if you had told us last year that we were going to get a Sim Vular back in my team, and he was going to get 99 in basically every single stat, and he was going to play, and my team was going to be like early 2K20 my team, where tall players just ran faster for no reason, then yeah, I think we all would have predicted that one. So yeah, then we have got Tyson Chandler, E tier, can't really shoot, but he's not terrible. Wendell Carter Jr. Wherever Anthony Davis is, he's very similar. I'm going to go C tier for Wendell Carter Jr. He's just a little bit undersized. Willis Reed, not great. And he was an exchange award, so I'm going to put him in D tier. Wilson Chandler, wherever Parsons is, they're very similar cards. They both are basically point guards, and they're not even that great at being point guards. Zajunas Ilgauskas, if he has 35 ball, he's a really good pick and pop big. So I'm going to put him in C tier. Got that Kent Bazemore base. The only problem with Zajunas Ilgauskas is he has 35 ball handle. If he did not have 35 ball handle, he would be God. Just saying. He would be God if he did not have 35 ball handle. Or ball control, whatever that stat's called. Okay, then we got Wilts. I'm going to go B and A again for Wilt. Same difference as Shaq. I think this Wilt is slightly better than this Shaq, but I also think this Shaq is slightly better than this Wilt. I think they are very, very similar level cards. So anyway, yeah, this is it. This is the final position tier list of the year, lads. Appreciate all the support on the channel throughout the year. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.